America, I've been telling this story of border agents Ramos and Compean, whose lives were just turned upside down 4 years ago. Ramos and Compean, they were doing their job. They were just trying to catch an illegal Mexican drug smuggler with a van packed with 800 pounds of dope. When the drug smuggler tried to escape, Ramos and Compean shot him in the butt. As for the smuggler, well, he just ran scurrying back across the border there. Ramos and Compean charged and convicted with assault with a deadly weapon and sentenced to 11 and 12 years respectively. Serving their time began January 17, 2007. Meanwhile, the wives of Ramos and Compean desperately tried to have their husbands set free, and people all across the country wrote letters, called their senator, their congressman, and the White House. And on the last full day in office, it finally happened. President George W. Bush commuted the prison sentences of both gentlemen. Their release from prison came 31 days ago. Due to the terms of the probation, they have been under house arrest. They have not been allowed to speak to any media until right now. They can't even speak to each other, so I have to interview them individually here in the next few minutes. This is their first on-camera and exclusive interview with anyone on this program. First, let's go to former border agent Nacho Ramos. Hello, Nacho. How are you, my friend?
How you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you.
You know, it is strange to finally talk to you because you are a fan of the show and you used to listen in solitary confinement to the radio show every day. So you might feel like you know me, but this is the first time that you and I have ever spoken to each other and actually had a conversation.
Yes, I did listen to you every day. I had told Stu earlier that you are my staple from 12 to 3 every day. You help me get through that part of the day every day.
You know, I never thought of it while you were in solitary confinement. I know that there must have been times when you heard people call in and mention you and mention the situation, and you could feel that things were starting to move and people were thinking and praying about you, which they were all the time. But I never thought of it the flip side. How many times did you turn on the radio or talk to somebody when they weren't talking about your ordeal? Did you ever sit in solitary confinement and just say, "Oh, please, guys, please, I'm in here. Please don't forget about me"?
Many times. That's on a daily basis, actually. You know. Every day you turn on the radio hoping to hear something about us, and you know, without the letters coming in on a daily basis, you know, that's what you were hoping to hear. You know, you're just hoping to hear anything, something, because that was your only outlet on the radio. And obviously we're not the only things out there, but you're just hoping to hear something.
You know, right now, the world has changed since you've been in prison. The country has been having and struggling with problems for a while, but in the last 2 years, we have changed. I mean, even in the last year, we've changed. People right now feel wildly alone, like nobody's hearing their voice, that nothing's going to change, and they're just feeling powerless. I think you are exactly the person to speak directly to America, because I can't imagine feeling more powerless than the President of the United States wielding power and making sure that in this case, I believe his henchman puts you in jail. You're in solitary confinement, no voice whatsoever. How did you not give up, and how did you not just feel like totally alone?
Well, knowing that so many people were supporting us, receiving their letters, knowing that so many people were supporting us, their prayers, their constant letters. I can't thank everybody enough, and to know that nobody gave up on us. Here, listening to you every day, you know, you are the voice, and so many people out there, you know, the people out there do have a voice, and me sitting here today proves that.
Yeah.
Because since nobody gave up on us, it shows that. I mean, the pressure that everybody put up. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry. We have bad satellite connection here. I have to tell you, we have to jump over to Jose here before we lose that satellite link. But we're going to have you back on the radio program next week and spend some real time and find out what it was like in prison, et cetera, et cetera. But welcome home. I'm glad that you're free. And I know you're at a restaurant right now having your first meal outside of your house after being under house arrest for the last 30-some days. Jose Compean is coming up next. Nacho, we'll talk to you next week on the radio.